Oh, the Mister is like a doggy. He likes a stick. Get that stick, Mister. You want to take it inside the house? Oh, stick, Mister. Oh, it is so nice out right now. Look at him. What a good boy. Oh, Mister. Oh, the Mister feels good on your teeth, huh? Just don't choke to death on it, okay? We can't have that. Just let it go. That's the Mister's being all manly. He's got to rub up against the dirt. Right, Mister? Do it again. Do it again, Mister. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're rolling around in that dirt, Misters. You love it, huh? I heard they do that because the ground has minerals in it, and when they go and clean themselves, they'll get it. Pretty smart, huh? So guess where Mr. Kitty is going? Yep. Bear! Bear! Oh, he's walking away, Mr. Kitty. Oh, Bear's very, very old. All right, the Misters is going for a walk up the street. I'm walking Mr. Kitty and I hear a woodpecker. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, see him? He's a little guy. They must be babies. Let's see what he does. You know, it's funny because I'm sitting out here. My cat's on the other side of the bush over there. And I'm taking him for a walk. And I'm like, you know what? It is such a gorgeous day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just sit here in the sun and soak it all in. And I'm listening to the dog barking, the birds chirping, the water dripping, the cars I can hear in the background. And I know that God likes it when we're in the quiet. And I recently saw something online. It said, I forget how, it was like YHWH, I think it was, when somebody asked God what, I don't know if it was a biblical thing, asked God what his name was, and that's what he had answered. I want to say it's a biblical thing. And I think it was in the Greek. I don't have facts here. When it was in the Greek translated, it was like the breath of God. It was like more like a noise, right? So an inhale was the first part, and the second part of the word was an exhale in the Greek. So, you know, they were saying how God wants us to be quiet, and that's like our breath, right? In and out, like we're breathing in God. Like our breath is his breath. Like we are not alive unless we have his breath, right? And he's the one that gives it to us. And it's funny because I'm sitting here like this, right? And I'm thinking, I'm trying to be quiet. I'm listening to my own breath. Excuse me, I have to yawn. And one of the first things of being quiet, I was actually picturing my late husband and how he doesn't have that breath anymore. And, you know, he's experiencing something else that I am not. And I was thinking about how, you know, I was thinking about him in a casket. I know this is like a gruesome thought, but it is true. I was picturing that and how my kids had to see that. And they had to see their father like that, you know, and how weird that must have been for them. And I'm getting here on with you because I was thinking about, I think that's why, obviously, a lot of people don't want to be in the quiet because your mind starts going to those places, and it went right away. So it wasn't a horrible thing, but I noted that. I was like, wow, my mind went right smack to sorrow. And that's why all this time I haven't been wanting to be quiet. But I have been doing very well for this Lent. Oh yeah, spending a lot of time in the quiet. Today is a day where it's just me and Sarah, right? She's hurting so bad, so please say a prayer for her if you would. Even if this is later and I say she feels great eventually. I mean, right now she's enduring so much. This is the last cycle. We should be sliding right into maintenance, which still is enduring chemo once a month and pills every day of chemo. So you're not out of the woods, but you're being able to get back on your feet, go out, get a job, function instead of just laying there in pain. So because of the steroids that she had to take for a whole week, you might say, okay, what's wrong with that? Well, if you've never taken steroids, like I don't think I ever did, it upsets your stomach, it hurts your bones, and she can't really move much at all. Well, this week she has off. You have 7 days on, 7 days off, and then another. She's like, Mama, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. Another. Oh, I have Mr. Kitty. Come on. You calling Nana? Come on. There he is. There's the mister. He's like, you're not going to go OUT without me. So to see her like that, it's just me and her today. And I am making my house a home. That's right. And for anybody that's out there that might have, anxiety, just be with us today because you know what? We're going to take our problems in our heads and in our real life, and we're going to say, Lord, thank you for this problem. Thank you that I have no idea how I'm going to live in the future. A lot of people live in the past. I live in the future. There's the mister. Hey, say hi to everybody. Say hi to all your fans. Yeah, that's the misters in there, mister. Look at a kitty. That's the misters. So, yeah, I'm going to make meatballs. I've been telling Sarah that I'm going to make meatballs now. So just pray for her. So let's go make our house a home, Mr. Kitty. The misters. I shouldn't say it's just me and Sarah because it's not. It's the buns and Mr. Kitty. You see the misters in there. Look. He actually can focus in on the phone and he looks at it and he sees, what a mister. All right, so we're gonna go make meatballs today and make our house a home. All right, I made sure everything was cleansed before I began, and I got more coffee coming. And we're gonna cut up some garlic, fresh garlic. I am a believer of fresh garlic, baby. Oh yeah, and we're gonna put some of I'm not gonna tell you how to cook. I'm just gonna make a nice salsa right now. And then while that's the cooking, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna, make the meatball. So let me show you what my friend Christine she already had it, but she's moving away for a year. And so she gave this to me. Isn't it wonderful? And it's perfect because I made a little station over here. I used to keep the butter over there, but now I keep it here. So, you get your toast, you can make subs here, whatever you're going to make. And it's perfect because we used to have to carry the toast over somewhere else. This is a little station of it. I love it. It fits here perfectly, but I always have to keep it upside down when not in use because the misters was sitting on it this morning. Yikes. And while I am making my house a home, I have to listen to things that are... Right now, I haven't really been listening to a lot of things online, except when I'm sitting watching TV, but I am putting on Mother Angelica. If you've never heard of Mother Angelica, please. She had gone to heaven more than 5 years ago, and she is the one that built EWTN, which is the Eternal Word Television Network in Alabama, all around the world. So it's on the radio, it's on TV. So if you never heard of her, please be inspired to look her up. Mother Angelica. You could say Mother Angelica, or you could say Mother Angelica episodes. You could say Mother Angelica live, and she is just a sweetheart. So right now she's talking about time, and that's what I'm listening to because I need to hear about God and time. And she's talking about like after you've died, it hasn't really gone away. You're just in transition. So I have to think of things like that for the people I love that have gone before me. And we're all going to go. So right now it's pretty cool because as I'm listening to her, I'm thinking about like, yeah, well, God has us here and he is not finished with us, right? Because we all have a purpose. So Stephen and my father and anybody that you love that has gone before us, they are not needed here anymore, according to God's plan. God has a plan, and each one of us is helping with that plan. So their plan is over and out. So now they get to enjoy, you know, hopefully they're enjoying, I should say, because you have to be obedient and you have to love God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. And if somebody say wasn't, then we never assume that they're somewhere else in a bad place. We have to assume that they're at least in purgatory so that we can pray for them. Even if they look like a saint, act like a saint, we still don't give up on their soul and pray for them. Because if you assume they're in heaven, then and you don't pray for them, they might need your prayer. So we have to assume they're at least in purgatory. And we can't assume they're in hell because they were horrible, because what if God placed them in purgatory, which is part of heaven? But the great saints would say it's like hell, but you get out. So they need us. So we have to always assume that they're at least in purgatory so that they can receive our prayer. So that's what, their job here on earth is over. And so our job, our purpose, God still wants us here. It's like I called him my boss this morning, it's like, yes, boss, he's our Lord, he's our God, he's our everything. He put us here. Even if you feel like you don't have a purpose, which is a horrible feeling, I know. I have gone through that after Stephen passed away. I had to find my purpose again. And he is not, if you are breathing, he is not finished with you. Your purpose might be to pray. And that is humongous because a lot of people perish because there's nobody to pray for them. So that's what I'm listening to right now. Okay. So let's make the meatball. Okay, I got all the ingredients in the sauce. Now we take the big bowl and we begin with the hamburger. Who decided to come in with Nana? He was out in the mud room, and I put the rug here. Christine, my friend, she's moving, so she gave us a lot of her things. And so the Mister loves this rug, as you can tell. It's got all his hair on it. And I said, why don't you sit here? And he did. He came up here and laid down to be with me. So isn't that nice? The Mister hangs out with Nana. So Mother Angelica was just saying that if God doesn't answer your prayer, it's a time to wait. That was good. She's so calming and so relaxing. So keep waiting. For me, it's not I'm impatient to wait. Oh no, I am like the queen of waiting. It's Lord, what will happen? It's the unknown, and this is faith. So I guess I have to increase my faith. Well, look who came to be with Nana. See, you gotta think. You gotta say, I think this animal can be bored. I mean, he looked out the window. He went out in the mud room, right? He was sitting with Mama, who was Sarah, and Nana while we had breakfast. And now you want to be with Nana while we're making the meatballs. And so we have 26. Usually I make like 34, but I guess I didn't buy that much meat. All right, looking good. Sarah said she didn't want them huge and she didn't want them tiny, so I made medium size. If that's medium, I don't even know. But there's no breadcrumb in there. I never do put them in. But I did put spinach and Parmesan cheese to hold it together and 1 egg. To hold it together without bread, I put, right, doesn't the bread help keep it together as it's moist? I don't know. It gets moist and it kind of sticks. Well, the egg, I put 1 egg and the Parmesan cheese and grated cheese to keep it together. And it always works. And I also added spinach for health reasons. Okay, Mister. It's getting ready to go inside the oven. Now, some people fry it, which is nice. But you know what? I find that to be just so much work. Is it really necessary? Probably not. So I've always, don't ask me why. I think it's easy. I like to just get it over with, and it's in the pan. It does it in the oven. The ingredients I told you about are not the only things. Like I love to put a ton of garlic, a ton of onions that are not cooked. Like, so it'll all cook in the oven. And I did my sauce and all that, and everything was in there. And basil, oregano. Okay, so it's going in. Listening to Mother Angelica, still, I just find so much comfort in her, Yeah. It's so amazing to me. Listen how quiet it is. You think I would like it. I don't. I miss when Steven was here. The kids were loud in here. And all their friends. Which sometimes still happens with the friends. But because, you know, Sarah's not very well, I'm thinking of Mother Angelica and time, right? God has us in this place of quiet, but Steven's not here. Seth spends a lot of his time out with his friends, and Rachel went away for the weekend. I told her, just go, have a good time. You know, it is amazing how your life changes, doesn't it? I really, really, truly, honestly just treasure with all that I am family. I do. It's so wonderful. I just love it, you know. I come from a really big family. I don't know if you knew that. Maybe you do. Between my mother and my stepmother, who live side by side, there's 11 siblings, 10 siblings altogether. Well, 11 of us, if you will. I have 10 siblings. And it's just wonderful. It's so magnificent. And we have a nice group text, and we can just text each other whenever we want. My stepmother's in there, and my dad used to be. And it's just wonderful. I come from such a wonderful family, can I tell you? I am so grateful for them. I come from such a wonderful family. It's amazing. It's amazing. And now that all my brothers and sisters are having children, the majority of them, there's 2 that are not. It is amazing. It is amazing. Amazing. I can't even tell you how wonderful it is. And I haven't seen my nieces and nephews for I guess since August. Do you hear somebody, Mama? Oh, somebody sees Mama. Look how he's coming up here to see me. Oh, now he sees Mama. Whatever he puts his eyes on, that's what you have to say, so he learns. All right, so while I'm waiting for the meatballs, I thought I would make some popsicles. Yes, and there is nothing horrible in here at all. I found a recipe, and it said use coconut fat. So when you use the can, like, where are you? Oh, this here? You just open it up, and right away you see the fat, right? So we put that, the monk fruit, a 1/4 cup, and I took strawberries, blueberries, also some mango chunks, cherries. All this is frozen. You don't have to use frozen. And that was it. And oh my gosh. Like when I say, oh my gosh, like I'm not even joking, not even a little bit. It is so creamy and so delicioso. And yogurt. Let me not forget that. I think I put about 4 tablespoons-ish of my Greek Chobani yogurt. Oh, I can't even tell you how absolutely incredible it tastes. Okay? And Mr., I know what you want. See, he not only sits on the counter when he wants to eat, but he also sits here when he wants ice. See yourself, Mr.? That's Mr. Kitty. He's actually, that's Mr. That's the Mr. Kitty. He wants the ice, huh? You want the ice, Mr.? He loves it. This is the ice machine. Here you go. If you don't have one of these ice machines, you gotta get one. It is awesome. He loves watching it inside. Ready? Let's see. Oh, it's moving around, Mr. Kitty. Ready? What's it gonna do? Oh, water, Mister. He likes watching it come out. Don't touch it though, okay? Mister? Watch. Here's the ice. I usually put a piece here for him to play with. And he knocks it off the island, and then he plays hockey with it, huh? You like the hockeys? Do you, Mr. Kitty? Isn't he just the cutest little guy? Oh. You love watching the ice, huh? He'll actually sit here and meow. No, don't touch, Mister. Here, ice. Go ahead, you get it. Go ahead, you get it, Mr. Kitty. Get the ice. Get it, Mr. Kitty, get it. Get the ice, here, come on. Get the ice, mister. Get it. Go ahead. Get it. Get it. Whoa. Whoa. Get it. All right, Mr. Kitty. Get it. Get it, Mr. Kitty. Get it. Ooh, it smells like the meatballs are done. Okay, the meatballs are done. Did you see the ghostly woman? I think she wants a meatball too. So those treats are really good to have in your freezer because they're non-insulin, rising in your body. And so it keeps everything at a keel pace in your blood. And I have to have a treat in the freezer somewhere in existence, chocolate, something yummy. And so I'm going to make my peanut butter cups again. And I think I'm going to add some sort of jelly. Don't know what it'll be. Last time I used a strawberry. It was so good. It was a peanut butter and jelly peanut butter cup. And I love keeping it in the freezer. And whenever I want, again, there's nothing horrible in it. And it's all good for you. And it's wonderful. I don't have to feel deprived because we're not really depriving ourselves when we stay away from garbage, okay? My mind has opened. The heavens have declared that we are not depriving ourselves when we stop eating ugly food, if you will. I know we love it, but it really is depriving ourselves of nutrition. Your cells close up if you have too much of a bad thing, and they won't take in vitamins, and I just don't want this anymore. And so I'm not forcing you to do it. I'm not trying to pressure you. But if you want to, don't be afraid. It's a lie from the pit of hell that you'll be depriving yourself of all the, stuff that you so-called want. No, you need to include all the wonderful goodness of life. You know what I mean? Like, what is this gonna do for me? What, make my taste buds go ooh la la, and then after make me sick? Who the heck wants that? It's like dating a bad boy. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, you look really good. Like, hello, and then he's gonna treat you badly. Who wants that? I'm done. So yes, I'm gonna put these in the freezer. I don't know where my other little umbrella guy is, but I'm so pleased to have this. And these are when the kids were little. I have a whole bag of them actually that we used to use when they were little. Yep, and so it's bringing back a lot of memories. All right, in the freezer you go. Now I want you to be good. I want you to do what you're supposed to do, and I want you to come out just wonderful. All right, do the right thing. Make me happy, okay? I'm just trying to make room here. Oh yeah, we still have food in here that I don't think anybody is ever gonna eat again, like these. I don't even want greasy food anymore. Like, deep fried, we all go, ooh, it tastes so good. It doesn't, not to me lately. I just really appreciate the gift that God has given to me. Do your right thing, okay? I count on you now. Got it? Okay. All right, I gotta clean the space, wash some more dishes, and then we're on to the next thing. All right, the meat the balls are out of the oven. Pretty good. Hopefully they taste really good. All right, I tried a meatball. It is phenomenal. You ready? We had a meatball at an Italian restaurant recently. Oh, don't make me think about that. It was the largest thing you ever seen, but it was absolutely horrifying when I tell you. You know horror? Oh yeah. This is so good. All right, ready? Mr. Kitty's playing with the ice cube. Why is he running around like that? All right, you ready for your taste buds to explode, honey? Don't get on the couch. All right, let's listen to the sounds of deliciousness. Ready? Eyeballs wide open. Very good. And they're still open. They're wide open still. Oh, they're not even closing, honey. Right? They're still wide open. Second bite. They haven't even closed. Nice, right? How'd I do that? I don't know. The Italian's really coming out of me these days. Right? Do you love it? She can't even talk. Oh. Yowza, yowza, yowza. All right, on to my last item, which is those peanut butter cups. Awesome. Thanks for hanging with me. Making my house a home. 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 Is the ice coming out, Mr. Kitty? Is it? Ice. Don't touch it though, okay? Every time the noise comes on, he wants to jump up on the counter. Oh, you want more ice? He played with that one. Here you go, Mr. Kitty. Here you go. Ice. Get it, Mr. Kitty, get it. Get the ice. Go ahead. Get it, Mr. Kitty. Ice. Get it. Get it, Mr. Kitty, get it. There you go. Get it, mister. Ready? Get it. Get it. Oh, get it, mister. Oh, yeah, get it, mister. Get it. Oh, whoa. Get it. Yeah. Bear's outside walking, mister. I put him in the window to see Bear when he really is watching. Bear, Mr. Kitty. There's Bear. There's Bear, mister. Oh, don't mind me, I'm eating a meatball, but mister, what are you doing? You trying to get inside? Aw. Here. You trying to sit inside? I'll help you, okay? You like that? You sitting down inside, mister? Go ahead. Aww. He's sitting in the tiny box, Sarah. Man, these are bussin', okay? I'm not even kidding, like cray-cray. Okay, so right now, not that you cared, I'm not giving a cooking lesson. I took 100% chocolate, like this, and I'm melting it. I took 2 of them, one for the bottom and one for the top of my peanut butter cups. And I put a good chunk, as you see, of coconut oil, you know, the solid kind. And I did put sugar in there, but I didn't accidentally, but I was making powdered sugar. You know, you don't have to buy powdered sugar, okay? You take your monk fruit or whatever sugar you decide to use, and you just put it in the blender, like this here, my food processor, and you just blend it up. It turns it into that. So not only am I going to use peanut butter, I used chunky, half chunky and half regular, all healthy. And you put almond flour in it. You know, I sprinkled some in there, probably like a 1/4 cup. And more of the monk fruit. And I'm going to actually put this in it, okay? This is so good. Oh my gosh. Yes, it is. It is, it is, it is. So, yes, last time I used strawberry. This time I'm going to use that. That is just amazing. Like, when I say amazing, I mean amazing. Meatballs are bussin'. They're bussin'. They're bussin'. The meatballs are bussin'. A bussin'. A bussin'. I'm not even kidding. Like, they are just rocking and rolling. Like, I don't even know how I did it. Like, I just don't even know. I think the Italian is coming out of me more and more. Hey, Mr. Kitty, Mr. Kitty, Mr. Kitty. Hey, Mr. Kitty, Mr. Kitty. Oh, here he goes. He's totally obsessed with the ice machine, huh? Oh, the misters is so uncomfortable. He's. Are you serious? Why? Mr. Kitty is sleeping in the tiny, you know that little box that came for you, Sarah? No. Yeah. He is sitting, he's sleeping in it. He's so uncomfortable, Mr. Kitty, Mr. Kitty. Oh. Sorry about the glare. It's just the light from the windows. Oh, the mister is sound asleep in this box. He made himself fit inside. And it's going to be all cramped up and uncomfortable, but he's still doing it. He looks like a little, like I just ordered a chicken in the box. All right. So I did put 2 capfuls of vanilla extract in there as well. I'm not trying to give you a cooking class. I keep saying that. Okay, but I am going to pour half of that. Let me go do what I got to do and I'll get back to you. So here's what it looks like. I freeze that just for a few minutes. No time limit. Now the peanut butter goes on top. All right, this is a lot of peanut butter. It's more than I probably have ever put. But now I'm gonna put this on. Okay, it looks like a goopy gloppy mess. Now that goes in the freezer. And when that's done, we put the chocolate on top, back in the freezer, and voila. I came out to put out the recycling, and this is my spot, one of my spots that I love to talk to God. And I'm so thankful that you hear your own breath. And thank you, God, for my breath. Thank you that I can feel the coolness of this door. Thank you that I can hear the dogs barking earlier. Thank you that I can hear the wind. Thank you that I can feel the wind. Thank you that you created me, that you thought of me. If you're down on yourself, you got to think about that God created you on purpose. Like he did. And he doesn't make mistakes either. So, he made you and me on purpose. When you come down on yourself, you say, well, I don't like this about myself. I don't like that about myself. God liked it and he made it. And he loves you because he wants us to be in heaven with him forever. That's why. And the Catechism of the Catholic Church says he created us to show his goodness and his kindness, and that we can be happy with him forever in heaven. Like, that is so cool. Don't you think so? Like, I appreciate myself so much. Like, I think about all the years that I didn't like myself, and that is just a lie from the pit of hell. And if you feel the same way, you got to think about why you exist. You're not just, a mistake. You're not by accident. Even if your parents said that to you, it doesn't even matter, because nobody can have a baby, no matter how hard you try, unless the Lord knits you in your mother's womb. So he's the one, and you are not a mistake. You're not an accident. It is just so wonderful. Like, every time you look around, like, you're able because you are alive. You're alive. You're here on this planet. And I'm constantly like, oh my Lord, how am I doing this? How am I going to do it? Like, all of this, like, I just don't know. But I know I have to believe that he showed up before me, before I knew what I was going to do. And he's been taking care of us. So he just leads the way, and we have to follow. Oh, give me that kitty. Give me that kitty right now. You sleeping, mister? You going to sleep? Did Nana bore you, or I either wore you out? One or the other. All right, a little bit of more coffee time, honey. Okay, just a little bit. Before, after. Oh yeah. It's not 100% frozen, but I couldn't wait. Looks good, smells good. It just takes the edge off if you want something sweet.